All right. So,
Get Craig in here.
oh yeah, I forgot about Craig.
Yeah,
Fuck.
so to say.
Last time he didn't even work. So,
Yeah. Did you fix your stream as well since there was no audio?
yeah. So I think I just had it fucking muted or something. I don't know what I did.
Okay.
The, especially when I'm like going when I'm when after I come back from the Be Right Back stream.
Yeah. Yeah, we live stream because Craig sometimes doesn't like to record stuff, so we'll just take the recording off the live stream. And his didn't have any audio, so I guess we have to use mine. Oh,
Now recording.
All right, he's in. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get it started. Welcome everybody to episode 12 of XN Interviews. Today, joining me, I've got J-Ax and Sergeant Bourne. And first off, I'd like to go ahead and say congratulations to J-Ax for getting into the Futurism Society.
woohoo!
Yeah, so it's a
Congrats.
yeah,
Thank
dude.
you.
But yeah, so Sergeant Bourne, thank you for joining us tonight, man.
Thank you for having me.
So how did you get started playing MCoC, and how did that lead it into you streaming it and creating content?
Well, once upon a time, I was at work. I used to play this other mobile game, and a friend of mine at work was like, "Hey, why don't you play this game?" And honestly, I wasn't interested in it for the first month. I actually deleted it, and but then I saw him continue to play the game, so I was like, he piqued my interest once again. So I yeah, it was like 2018, I believe. No, 2017. And yeah, the rest was history. Oh, and so about creating content, I really wasn't into creating content until like most recently. Well, about a year ago, almost February. I want to say mid-February, where I decided to get all the equipment that I needed and just go with it and not think about it anymore.
Right on, dude. So how many followers do you have on Twitch, or subs do you have on YouTube? And you said, like you said, it's only been a year.
Yeah, it's only been a year in YouTube, and for Twitch, it's been maybe I want to say September, October, November, December, 5 months, almost six for Twitch.
Nice.
So Twitch, I think it's a hundred. I think it's 150 by now. I think so. And then YouTube, I just recently crossed 1,000 subscribers. I think it was last week or something like that.
Hey,
Very nice.
congrats.
Yeah, dude,
Thank you.
that's awesome. So do you just stream, or have you been putting out like crystal opening videos or character guides or anything like that?
So my original intention was just to stream, but I did end up doing a lot of crystal opening videos in the beginning. Then it kind of slowed down. It was getting to be too much of an editing hassle. So what I started doing was gathering up all the crystal openings and then just like skipping through like just the opening itself, like the actual crystal spinning towards the opening session of it. And that's what I've been doing. As far as guides, I actually have been putting together what I want to call synergism. Not sure if I'm gonna keep that name, but pretty much what that's gonna be entail is focusing not necessarily gameplay, but it is gonna go into like in detail. Like I've always wondered like, okay, what triggers this for this champion, and what does this do for this champion, and not necessarily go into the nodes, but actually like um, break down like every synergy for each champion, and that's going to be a feat of his own because you know we get a pair of champions, new champions every month, and then on top of that we're getting reworked champions, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge, I'd say.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So with that, you're talking about like a synergism. You're is that just gonna be like breaking down each synergy for each champion and then showing how it plays out, or are you gonna showcase different like a different variant or something like that with it, or how do you think you would go about doing something like that?
Well, so yeah, inadvertently it'll, or inevitably it'll actually take me to demonstrate it and illustrate it, or some of it, because not everything is like some of the synergies will require some sort of visual, and so like my thought process is basically break down even the synergies that overlap. So for a good example, I like to always um, mention is the Infinity War Iron Man. He has a synergy with not in his profile, but with Night Monkey, aka the
Stealthy,
skill,
yeah.
yeah, stealthy, um, and also Wasp. So that that's like a perfect example because it's not in his profile per se, but it is synergies that make him a bit better, I guess. Um, so something like that, would be another. I mean, would be an example of a breakdown that I would put. But basically, yes, every single synergy using the website that everybody already should be aware of is
Aunt
Aunt
May,
May.
yeah.
Yeah, using that one, and then there's another website. I can't remember the actual name of it that I'm gonna be using for it. But yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So is there any other future content that you have plans on creating, or that you saw somebody else do, or could put your own spin on?
Well, interestingly enough, there's a lot of new folks coming on the stream and asking questions about Act 4 and Act 5. So I think a lot of us are, excited and anxious to play and showcase, new content and what works and what doesn't work and things like that. But I think it's also important to kind of go back, or at least make some sort of content that will be relevant to the new players out there. So I think something like that would be something I would be doing, like Act 4 and 5
Okay.
for the newer players.
Yeah, that's great because I get those questions too. Like, how do I do this in Act Five? And I'm like, I'm kind of past Act Five. I can't really help this because I passed this content. So that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, yeah, and I've also been recommended by like other content creators that already do like end game stuff, and they're like, yeah, man, you should do some for that, for that demographic, because yeah, they're always looking at wanting to beat certain content. So yeah, I think that's a definitely a good idea, good approach.
That's awesome. Um, so, are you in the CCP?
No, I'm not in the CCP.
Okay. Have you applied, or do you want to apply?
um Honestly, I really don't know if I should. I think they're gonna look at my channel and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy just streams." I don't think so. I don't
I
think they're
mean,
gonna accept this guy.
I think you can, man. I mean, you're past 1,000 subscribers. That's like the threshold for TCP members. Like when I talk about YouTube, they're like, "Yo, you gotta hit 1K subscribers." So it's you got some good numbers looking for you, man, for sure.
But
Especially
don't they review like the type of content you put out, or?
I'm not sure. They kind of just look at like if you only play MCoC and kind of what you do for MCoC. So that I'm not sure about, but that's that. I'm sure other people can answer that question.
Because it would be actually a nice way to, uh, you know, work with um, the project that I'm looking at doing, which is the synergies. Because obviously I don't have all the champions, so it would be kind of nice to have the access for that purpose.
Oh man, there's Mr. King just posted the content creator um requirements. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, an account with good standing with Kabam, at least 30% of your content's MCoC, 25 plus average concurrent viewers in the past 30 days, or 10,000 average videos views in the past 30 days, and at least 500 subscribers. Wow. So yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
So do you feel like you've hit that threshold?
I think so. I think I meet the requirements, man. Maybe I should. Maybe I will apply.
Okay, so you heard it here, Kabam. Watch out for Sergeant Bourne's application. so so if you were to get into the CCP, do you think that would push you to making more of that Act 4, Act 5 content?
Yeah, for sure. That would be something that because I always find myself going back to the questions I get asked by the newer folks. Hey, how do I, beat 5.2.6, etc. And so it would be nice to see, you know, to be able to um, use the champions and replicate what they have, as their roster, and be able to kind of do like maybe one stream only dedicated to like doing that kind of stuff, or maybe 2 days out of
Oh,
the week.
dude, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like just to showcase one 4-star, a new 4-star through Act 4 or 5 or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, because I think we, I personally find myself like, okay, what am I doing today, But what if I can say, well, people wanting to what are people wanting to do today, and within with Act 4 or 5, like where are they up to? Like not just not just focus on my progress, but like focus on other people that are coming up, and focusing on their progress.
Yeah, that's awesome, and that's kind of what you do through your YouTube too. I noticed that you uh, put other people into your stream as your into your tickers and stuff like that to help support smaller YouTubers.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I created a master list that have upcoming tubers in a Google document, that have also shown mutual support along the way since I started. Um, a vast majority of them, and then the rest have been, throughout the journey. Um, and so yeah, I've created a master list for that, and a master list for music creators that have contributed to the music I play, and a lot of other content creators play, primarily LC Music tracks. And so yeah, I'm really excited to be able to support other content creators that are up and coming, because I think the key is to stick together and support each other, in order to be successful.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. This can all be found on your channel page, right, on your YouTube account. If anyone's curious to see who they are.
Yeah, so I actually put at the very bottom of the description, for every stream that I have, and also any upload that I do. It's all the way at the bottom in the description. It says, for the support these. It's at the bottom. You'll see it. It's a Google Doc. It's a shortened URL, but it's there.
Very nice. Um, so with all that, do you have you made any music yourself? I don't know.
No, I haven't made any music myself, but I do wanna shout out PJ Vice for actually coming out of left field with some of his own tracks that we nobody ever knew that he would ever create any music, but he came out of nowhere with his awesome track. So, but no, but as far as myself, man, like I'm already focused on like gameplay, work, real life, all that stuff. So it's a bit much for me.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't think I got the skill anyway. So for that,
Yeah. So okay. So how about how much time do you spend playing MCoC versus like working or just relaxing? You know.
well, I mean, throughout the day, bits and pieces here and there. I think altogether, though, I'd say like adding it all up, maybe 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. And how long are your streams usually?
Uh, it could range anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours, actually.
Okay. Okay. So that makes sense. Um,
Yeah.
so what kind of maps do you guys run in AQ, or are you in
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 my
Alliance?
Yeah, in my alliance right now, we're doing map five, um, 5 days a week.
Okay. Are you an officer or a leader in your alliance?
No, no, just a regular old member. That's all.
Okay. Um, so have you brought any do you bring mutants into AQ regularly with the new change?
Yeah. Actually, it took me like when it first started. It took me about 2 to 3 days before I started bringing. But yes, I started bringing um, Apocalypse. Uh, Man, I'm drawing a blank here. Apocalypse, Cable, and then I would switch them up with either Omega or Colossus. Only because it's so much fun with the degen for Cable and the what do you call it? The build up with Apocalypse, and being able to just obliterate uh, any path going through, and even mini bosses with APOC. So
That's awesome, dude. Have you brought a Cyclops into AQ?
I did, and I only did that one time.
Hi, user. She's fine. I mean, my blue Cyclops is a lot better, which is weird, but it's all right.
Yeah, but I brought him in one time. That's it, man. Maybe it's because you know when you're not used to playing with a champ, and then you're kind of going in blindly. Um, Maybe that's it. I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
I don't feel like he served any purpose for me in AQ.
All right, yeah, fair.
Okay. So with that being said, what kind of what tier war are you in?
Oh, I don't do war, man.
Oh, you guys don't do war?
Nah, that's
Oh.
why I'm in this alliance because we don't do war at all, man.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
just so much better that way. For people that love war, much respect for them, and I know they enjoy it, but me personally, and I think everyone in the alliance, um, so we have one battle group that does war, but it's just like, hey, who wants to do war? You know what I mean? Like, and it's usually the same people that do it, the same 8 to 10 people that do it. It may change up from one week to another, 2 or 3 different people, but like let's say I want to jump in, I'll jump in if I want to, but I haven't jumped in 2 years, so
Oh, really? Wow.
yeah.
Okay. I guess that would make it more relaxed. I guess. I don't know. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
um. So, what would have been some of your most annoying fights? You would say through the past
Some
couple
of,
of years.
some of the most annoying fights, definitely the Abyss. the Cyclops. Green
Okay.
Cyclops.
Okay. Now, what do you think? What do you think have been some of the most easiest fights throughout the years?
Uh,
Like in terms of like uncollected bosses or something like that.
I mean, actually, well, going back to the when Uncollected just came out, I have to mention this. Emma Frost, that was like the only Uncollected event I did not 100% because of Emma Frost. The reverse controls really got me. So that
Yeah,
was
I was the
one of the
same.
most that was one of the most annoying fights for me. One of the most easiest fights. Let's see. It has to be the Ronin cheeses in Uncollected. I want to say yeah.
Okay. Um. So, who's your favorite champion that you have so far?
Well, one champion that I really enjoy is Iron Man Infinity War. A lot of people tell me, "Oh man, why is it your favorite, champion?" Like, but it goes far beyond the game. I think I have a little bit more appreciation for Iron Man because of the comics, the movie, altogether. It's like a sum of everything he entails. But as far as like playable champion right now, I'm like I really enjoy is Surfer.
Okay.
His rotation, his ability to get unblockable, his phase ability. Like it's for me, it's like it's really enjoyable.
Nice.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I
Not a surfer player myself.
I have Surfer and he's my highest ranked champion right now. So 5 star. Um. So, who's your most wanted champion that you don't have?
Well, interestingly enough, I just got Warlock the other day.
Ooh.
Uh, Out of a random like Thronebreaker. You know how you collect Thronebreaker shards? I mean, Cavalier shards because if you're a Thronebreaker, you can collect
Mhm.
shards for Cavalier
Right.
crystals. So I went ahead and opened it, and I was just wasn't expecting anything, and boom, like Warlock came out of nowhere. So
Dang.
that was one of my most wanted for a while as a 6 star. So I got him, but other than that, I think one of the other champions that I would want to get like most wanted would be I want to say um, man besides Warlock, I want to say I want to say Ghost as a 6 star.
Hmm.
Nice.
All right. Nice. So, JX, you got anything?
Yeah, so Mike started my chat. He was wondering like what are your three bosses that you kind of enjoyed or there was like a puzzle you had to figure out or and then one boss that like really hated to go against.
Three bosses that I enjoyed.
Oh, sorry. One you enjoyed, one that was a puzzle, and one that you hated.
One that I enjoyed fighting against.
Yeah, like boss fights.
Definitely the Grandmaster. That's like a very enjoyable fight. Um, when the beta came out for Act 7, that Emma Frost once again. I remember it was Emma Frost as the boss. I don't, obviously they didn't, they didn't keep her um, for 7.1, but uh, I want to say that that was like one of the most annoying, unbearable fights there. Um, and then one that was just like an enigma.
What do you mean?
You said one that I enjoyed, one that was miserable, and the other one.
Like you got like a kick out of like figuring out how to fight them, like a puzzle.
Oh, uh, Well, let's see. Oh man. Uh,
Sorry.
I mean, most recently the Psycho Man.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I haven't fought him yet, so
yeah. Yeah, he's very he's a trip.
okay, good to know.
Mr. King has a full evade for Psycho Man if anybody wants to see it.
Nice.
It's pretty crazy. He's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and Super Scroll as well
yes.
for evades.
So, how do you feel about the new Cav EQ changes, and or has it been tougher or made it easier for you to complete them?
I can what I can say about the new Cav EQ changes. Not mentioning the buffs or I mean the buffs and the rewards are not the actual gameplay itself in new EQ new Cav EQ is I would say they polished it up and they made it so it's not necessarily easier, but it is a lot more enjoyable. I want to say, for example, the cosmic section. It used to be that node that you had buffed up. I think you had to have three buffs on yourself in order to make any sort of damage or dent in the opponent.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so now that's gone, and so they made it so you're obviously still using cosmics, but you don't have to worry about none of that, and you're still having a good time. It's still challenging. It's still enjoyable. I think that's a really good thing that they did for that difficulty.
Awesome. So, with that being said, have you tried the Cavalier side event?
Yeah, yeah, I did. That was definitely scaled to to be in between. I want to say between the difficulty of the EQ, in between like Cav and Uncollected. So it was not any easier or any harder than both of those. Like it was like in between that difficulty. So it was fun.
Okay. So, do you think the rewards for the what is it, the Shattered Heart shards are worth the squeeze?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you bring in those two champions or any romance champions in the team, you don't get that stun, and you could plow right through it. And I think the rewards can always be better. I mean, this is like a this is a constant battle with Kabam. Like instead of giving whatever they put out, it could always be better as far as rewards. But the effort to finish the quest is not something dreadful. But the rewards can be at least 50% better than what they are right now for the same effort. I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Um, are do you feel like they did a good thing by adding the Cavalier Shattered Heart crystal versus just keeping it a Grandmaster, and or something like the Epoch shards? Did you like those two little events?
Oh heck yes, definitely. The epoch shards um, made a huge impact in a lot of people's accounts that I've seen, either personally or via like other people showing me or just through the chat like during streams like hey the epoch shards I got this I got that game changing champions people were getting Dragon Man, Apoc, Wolverine, Scarlet Witch. So I think that's a very good addition to these like time of or during the month where you have these events like the love event and the epoch shards, etc. Yeah, I think these are excellent opportunities.
Okay. So with all that, do you think they'll continue to keep these like Cavalier shards in rotation, or do you think that they're gonna go back to like the squirrel event where you had to spend things to, or like the gamma event even where you had to spend the gamma to get your rewards, or do you think they'll kind of like flip flop back and forth? I don't know.
I think I think like like a rotating staff because you guys saw the horrible event, the side event for January, but then you saw the great event in December. So I don't think it's the same people doing the side events or in charge of the side events every month. So
Yeah,
I think
they do rotate. Yeah, I think Kabama said that like they'll assign a team to a month and then they'll switch it up.
oh, there you go. You see.
Okay.
So I think it's just a matter of like you know consistency would be much appreciated. Where if it's not the same epoch shard style event, like make it so that it's something more enjoyable and less confusing. Because if you gotta really like put your mind into like really figuring out how an event works and still not know what's going on until the second week, that says a lot. So I think those gotta go away, and a little bit more of the love event, the Cavalier, and the Epoch Shards type of events to come back. The gamma event also, like, that was a bit pesky, and I think I didn't even bother with it much of the month of that event.
Really?
So there, I have literally just not participated. The what? I'm sorry.
Your underrated characters. You're talking about how Iron Man, Infinity War, and Surfer were underrated. So I was curious what your other champs are per class.
Underrated champions per class. Uh, well, I want to say Arcus.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I want to say that's Cosmic Skill. See, mutant. Well, every mutant now can be not something reinforcement or course. That'd be fair. Mutant that is underrated without this Gambit.
Oh, Gambit.
Yeah.
You're cutting a little bit out, so I was kind of. I don't know if that's on my side or what.
Oh, I'm cutting out.
Yeah, you were. You're fine now.
Bit.
That
You're
was
good
weird.
now.
You're like,
Yep.
but yeah, you said Gambit.
Yeah, Mutant Gambit. I want to say Mystic. Mystic. I want to say I mean, I can't think of one for Mystic. But what's the other one I'm missing? Cosmic. Yeah, Cosmic. No, I said Elsa Bloodstone. Sorry.
Elsa. Okay, yeah, Elsa's a great choice.
What's the other? Mutant, skill, cosmic, tech. What's the other? The sixth one I'm missing.
Wait, who'd you say for tech?
Oh, Iron Man Infinity War.
Oh, I guess I wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's only 6. Science. I
Oh,
think is what it is.
yes, science. I want to say Red Guardian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. My brother loves him. Alrighty. XN, hello?
Am I freezing up?
I think we lost XM again.
No. Am
hello,
I here?
XN? I was hearing.
My,
Yeah, hello.
my internet is going in and out.
Yeah, all good? Oh, okay.
Okay. So
All right, man. If you need me to, go. You can go ahead.
uh, sorry. So uh, why would Red Guardian be that underrated character? I gotta ask. I'm sorry.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think just like Black Widow, Deadly Origins, he's put to the side quite a bit. Um, so I feel like just that people just put him aside, and maybe choose what do you call it, Cap Infinity War over Red Guardian. Um, as far as the placing debuffs, like for example, again going back to the EQ cab last month, you had to place three debuffs on the opponent on the science section. And so I was able to do it with Red Guardian. It's a bit challenging, but it is fun to do, where you actually put the three debuffs on him. I forget the actual names for the debuffs, but you're able to do it, and so it causes massive damage. So for people that don't have Captain Infinity War, at the time I had him as a rank 3, so I really didn't feel like I was would be efficient with it with him. So I have my Red Guardian as a rank 5. So it was actually really fun and interesting to actually go in there and able to knock down some opponents with Red Guardian.
It's awesome.
Yeah, awesome, man. He's pretty cool.
Um.
Yeah.
So what do you think has been the hardest content that you've come to face so far?
I want to say in between Act 6 and the Abyss, the first clear.
Oh, it's Act 6 for initial clear that you said.
Yeah, I want to say Act 6, between Act 6 point 2 and the Abyss.
Wow, 6.2 in the abyss.
Yeah. Or is it 6.3? I don't know which one is the one with the gates.
I think that's six point
I'm
two.
not sure.
Oh, it is 6.2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get working on that. I haven't finished it.
So so with that being said,
I just cleared 6.2, 3, and 4. I did 100% of 6.1. Um, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Sorry, sorry.
Hello.
Yep. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, was that pre or post nerf for 6.2?
Oh, I did post nerf, man. I waited. I literally waited. I wasn't going to go in there, and I seen how people were, frustrated and pissed off, and I didn't want to go through it. I wanted to wait until post nerf.
Yeah, my brother's he's going through 6.2 right now, and he's so glad the post nerf happened because the nerf happened. So it's really awesome to see.
Yeah, yeah. It's not necessarily easier, but it is like I said, just comparing it to like enjoyability versus like being frustrated. Like when the first Cavalier, the first month, I know they said, yeah, it's the first month. We gotta hash things out, and make it better, blah blah. But that first month was a pain in the butt, and that's how I could compare uh, the level of frustration to that event when I did uh, 6.2 for the first time.
And how many paths through the abyss have
Okay,
you
man.
done?
Excellent.
We lost XM.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, hello?
Okay, so how many paths of the abyss have you done? Sorry.
Just one.
Okay. So, do you plan on doing any more soon?
No, not anytime soon. I think I'm gonna focus on 6 and 7 in the meantime.
Okay. So, have you done an initial clear through Act 7?
Yes.
Okay. Did you do any of the beta for Act 7 before it came out?
Yes. The 7.1. I want to say 7.1.
Okay. Did you do the first uh the first initial 7.1 or did you do both of them? Both of the betas.
Oh, I think I only did the first beta where it was like you even through block hits, you died. It didn't matter if you had 3 out of 3 in parry, but yeah, no, the second beta I didn't get a chance to do that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody in chat is asking how many units did you use in your first run in the Abyss?
A lot.
Yeah, Brendan's gonna be doing one soon, so he's asking.
Okay. So just stock up, I guess, right?
Good luck, Brendan.
Strap in, you're in for the long haul.
So, me personally, I didn't really care about units because, interestingly enough, somebody by the name of he started streaming, right? But before he started streaming, he donated quite a bit of money, um, which I named it. His name was Exotic Stench, right? So I named it the Smelly Abyss Dono. So people just started donating, and I guess eventually it took a life of its own, and I just said, okay, so we're gonna make this the Abyss fund, or the Smelly Abyss fund, right? So eventually, we all agreed on doing the Abyss, or a date to do the Abyss. People were gonna be on call and all that stuff. So that's how I was able to do it. Like I think we got to um $470. So yeah, I used all of it up on the Abyss.
That's awesome. What team did you bring with you?
That's pretty sick.
Just the horsemen. The horsemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horsemen. Nick, Aegon. You know, the and Heimdall.
Awesome. Um, Jax, do you have anything else, bud?
So Brendan, I just wanna.
Sorry.
Brendan is asking a question. I see. So basically, if you got a really good skill set, and an understanding of the nodes in the abyss, because they're not the same as labyrinth, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine with like 5K, maybe 6K.
Yeah, dude. That's definitely good enough. 6K for sure.
Yeah.
But 3K like Mad Tiny saying that's good, and then just stack up on potions, pots, and everything, man. I think Marcus will help you out with that.
Yeah, MSD explained it in the UMCoC podcast. He said if you're scrolling for like 10 seconds through your potions and your revives, he said you're good. A solid 10 seconds through
That's a good
scrolling.
way.
But yeah. JX, do you have anything else?
Yeah, okay, Sergeant Bourne. So what is one buff you would like to see for a character in the contest.
Iron Fist.
Yeah. Which one though?
Definitely Iron Fist, man.
Which Iron Fist or both? What are you saying?
Both, definitely both.
Sure.
They both deserving of.
That's awesome, man. My brother, he's asking the chat, is 6.2, does it need help since you ran through it after it got nerfed? He's having a little issues with Mordo, so he was wondering if you think it should still be like nerfed after.
No, I think what I used there. I think I used Torch.
He does have he's got Ghost and Quake, so he should be fine.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, if he can Quake and bake, Quake and shake, that'll be a long fight, but it'll be.
He hates it, but it's fine. Yeah, you said Iron Fist buff. That's awesome, man. I love Iron Fist. So what's one character you'd love to be added to the game?
Added to the game. Oh man, I was looking at it the other day. I think they call him Vulcan.
Ooh,
Vulcan?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Complete the brothers, man. He's the brother of Cyclops and Havoc.
There you go. Yeah. Him.
He is awesome.
He's like one of the most powerful mutants, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of powers does he have?
I would love to see in the game. He can manipulate the essence of magic or something like that. Like he's really powerful. Like he's beyond like Magneto's level of power.
Yeah, so he has the ability, like he has psionic powers, which that includes like Psylocke, Professor X, but he also manipulates, control, absorbs energy, anything on the electromagnetic spectrum, kind of like Monica Rambeau. And yeah, he's just super powerful. It's awesome. And he can, like you said, he can control magical energy, which a lot of people can't do, especially as a mutant, which is awesome.
Right on. So, Sergeant Bourne, have you been keeping up with the MCU at all? Have you been watching WandaVision?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Awesome.
It's one of the best shows so far.
Yeah, dude. So, what are your kind of thoughts on that? And do you think that we could see a possible new character out of that show?
I don't know if I mean, from what I've seen so far, I don't know if there's any characters from there that we would be able to enjoy in the game. I think maybe further down the line, whoever comes out being one of the enemies or main villains or something like that, maybe we'll be able to tell better, because right now it's just Wanda and Vision. So
it's great. I love it.
Yeah,
especially
awesome.
the reveal in this episode. If you guys gotta watch it, man. Everyone watch WandaVision.
Yeah, if
you're missing out.
If you haven't seen the new episode, watch it. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I think that other than that, I think that's about all I've got. Unless JX, you have anything else?
No, that we went through all my notes, so I'm good.
Chat, is there?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
It was a pleasure. Chat, everybody that joined us live, thank you, and I'll have the episode posted soon. Have a good Saturday evening.
Good night, everyone. Trailer for like a new brother being revealed.